Welcome back for another video. The Roundup is a series on this channel that arms you with useful information to take into each game week to arrive at better decisions. An accumulation of smaller but correct decisions can have a significant impact over the course of the season. The Roundup includes the top players for predicted points, bookies odds, transfer trends and more. If you find today's video useful, hit like to support the channel and subscribe if you're not already. If you'd like to support me further, links to both my Patreon and YouTube membership are in the description below. I read every comment, so let me know what you thought of the Gameweek 6 Roundup. Enjoy the video. We'll start off with the Goalscorer Odds, which are always based on the assumption that a player starts, and this is sometimes not the case. Ronaldo tops the Goalscorer Odds for Gameweek 6, facing Aston Villa at Old Trafford. He scored 3 goals in his first 2 games, and despite only playing 2 games, Ronaldo is second among all players for expected goals on 3.24. Villa are third best after Man City and Brentford for expected goals conceded so far on 4.27. However, it will be a real test for them on the road against this Man United side, who are level with Chelsea and Liverpool on 13 points. Salah is second for Goalscorer Odds according to the bookies, with a 42.5% chance of a goal away at Brentford. We discussed Brentford's strong start to the season in the captain's video, but much like Villa, this could be their toughest match of the season yet. Salah is 11 points clear of Benrahma and Antonio on 50 points, which is the most of any player so far. He wasn't in the Liverpool midweek squad for the League Cup and will be well rested ahead of this weekend's game. Vardy looks like a huge differential, in at third place for Goalscorer Odds. Leicester's underlying numbers have been poor so far in both attack and defence, however, Vardy's been consistently the type of player to outperform his numbers. He's the second top forward for points and has 3 goals and an assist in 5 games. He plays a Burnley side in dreadful form who sits second from bottom after Norwich with a single point from 5 games. Speaking of Leicester, they're top for clean sheet odds this game week, and they kept a clean sheet midweek in the League Cup too. Leicester defenders have a very low ownership, however it could be a great game week for those with differentials such as Pereira in their teams. Leicester haven't started the season as well as they would have liked, in 12th place on 6 points. However, Rodgers is a fantastic manager and he'll inevitably turn them around. Man United are joint second with Liverpool in the clean sheet odds. The 2 most owned defenders in the game are Shaw and Alexander-Arnold, and owners will be hoping for clean sheets and possible attacking returns from Gameweek 6. Trent unexpectedly missed Gameweek 5 due to illness, but the hope is that he'll be back for the Brentford game, as it was reportedly not serious. Chelsea and Man City are locked dead even on a 29% chance of a clean sheet, playing at Stamford Bridge this Saturday. It's a very tough game to call, but it should be a very exciting game, and those who opted for Lukaku over Ronaldo will be counting on this game week more than ever. Livramento got a very surprising clean sheet against Man City in Gameweek 5, which is about as much as you can ask for a defender as cheap as him. This game week the Saints have a 29% chance of a clean sheet facing Wolves at home. Leeds have a 21.5% chance of a clean sheet, who are missing the likes of Llorente, Struijk and potentially others in what will be a tough match against West Ham, who won against Man United midweek and boosted by the return of Antonio. Ronaldo has crept into first place for predicted points in Gameweek 6, courtesy of FPL Review's algorithm. Stick around to the end of the video to see whether he or Salah are the most captain player based on our poll. Mane is an interesting differential, not in many teams. He's on 32 points so far and is top among all players for expected goals on 3.98, with Ronaldo in second on 3.24. Salah makes the top 10 after his impressive brace against Norwich in Gameweek 5, and his 15-pointer was the joint highest of the game week along with Cash. Kane's been in dreadful form this season and just barely makes the top 10 for predicted points. The North London derby is always an unpredictable fixture, and club and player form can be irrelevant heading into them. Kane has 11 goals in 13 league appearances against Arsenal. Last game week's most transferred out player was Antonio. This game week's most transferred in is Antonio. Over 300,000 have brought in Antonio, perhaps in part due to the depleted Leeds side they'll be facing, who also haven't kept a clean sheet in the league since May. Ronaldo is second with 300,000 bringing him in, and his ownership is now over 47%, which is the second highest after Salah's 57%. Alonso's had a fantastic start to the season. Many have avoided him due to an expected start for Chilwell, but it hasn't happened yet, and Alonso is the highest scoring defender so far. James Rodriguez confirmed his transfer to Qatari club Al Ryan this week, which is good news for Grey owners, who is among the top 10 for transferred in this game week. Gray is only 5.8 and has a fantastic fixture against Norwich, who continue to be a team to target. Richarlison is the most transferred out, followed closely by Ferran Torres. With Richarlison out injured and Torres not playing last game week, it's unsurprising to see them up there. Fernandes has dropped to 11.9 heading game week 6 and is the third most transferred out. If Trent is back in time for the Brentford game, those who have shifted him on may come to regret it very soon. Everton's other forward, Calvert-Lewin, is among the most transferred out too, and currently expected to miss game week 6. However, Benitez has been very coy in his press conferences, failing to reveal key info to us FPL managers, so I wouldn't be surprising to see him back either. Jota is the 10th most sold, perhaps of many managers looking for a route to Sarr and Gray, who we saw heavily transferred in. It could be a game week too soon, with Firmino not having started yet since returning from injury, so Jota is expected to start against Brentford. We'll finish the roundup as always with the captaincy results. Thanks to everyone who voted on our poll on our Discord. If you'd like to join, the link is in the description. The results are in and they are as follows. It's Ronaldo who tops the poll with 53% of the vote. It's a huge game week for captaincy, as both Ronaldo and Salah will likely have over 100% effective ownership. If you haven't yet watched the Game Week 6 Captains video, a link to that will be on screen at the end of the video. Antonio comes in third place with 6% of the vote. A brave 2.8% of managers have opted for Lukaku, and less than 1% of votes went for Vardy and Mane, who we saw among the top 10 for Goalscorer Odds. That wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for watching this Game Week's episode of the Roundup. If you found it useful, please hit like to support the channel and hit subscribe if you're new. I read every comment, so as always I'm keen to hear your thoughts.